Evolution of Genie. Aladdin, 1992. The genie, voiced by Robin Williams, first appears, where Aladdin releases his from a magical oil lamp. After he explains that he can grant 3 wishes, Aladdin, knowing that Genie would only grant his wish to get out of the cave if he used one of his wishes, dupes him into freeing Aladdin and Abu from the cave without using a wish. At a faraway oasis, the genie is shocked when he finds that Aladdin didn't use his first wish to get out of the cave, and reluctantly agrees to let Aladdin's first wish be spared. Asked by Aladdin what he would wish for, Genie admits he would wish for freedom, since genies must follow the orders of a master. He accepts Aladdin's promise to use the 3rd wish to set him free, then grants Aladdin his first wish, making him a prince so he can legally court Princess Jasmine. Genie goes into hiding after leading a parade to the Agrabah palace. Genie is released again when Aladdin is shackled, gagged, and thrown off a cliff into the ocean by Jafar's guards. He rescues Aladdin as the 2nd wish upon liberally interpreting Aladdin's nodding head. Iago the parrot soon steals Genie's lamp and delivers it to Jafar, making Jafar Genie's new master. The genie has no choice but to grant Jafar's 1st and 2nd wishes to become Sultan of Agrabah and the world's most powerful sorcerer. He is then made a slave with no purpose in life but to entertain the cruel Jafar by torturing the former sultan. During the final fight between Aladdin and Jafar, the genie is forced to grant Jafar's final wish to become an all-powerful genie when Aladdin convinces him to do so, much to his reluctance. However, as they both know, the fulfillment of this wish causes Jafar to be imprisoned in a lamp of his own, which a now more relieved genie hurls into the desert, freeing Agrabah from his tyranny. While the genie is willing to sacrifice his freedom in order to allow Aladdin to be with Princess Jasmine, Aladdin decides to live up to his original promise and uses his final wish to free the genie from his lamp's power, much to the latter's surprise and happiness. Aladdin still gets to marry Princess Jasmine, as the Sultan changes the law, so the princess can marry whomever she pleases. The freed genie bids a tearful goodbye to Aladdin and leaves Agrabah to explore the world. Trail Mix-Up, 1993. Genie makes a brief cameo appearance, where he is shown as one of the bees that Roger spits out after the beehive drops on his head. The Return of Jafar, 1994. The genie returns to Agrabah after his 1-year trip around the world, deciding it isn't all that great without his friends to share it with. His powers are lessened by his own admission, as a freed genie is less powerful than one bound to a lamp, though he still retains several of his abilities, most notably shapeshifting, flight, and conjuration. On the night of his return, after Jasmine and Aladdin have a fight over Aladdin keeping Iago's presence secret from her, the genie convinces Iago to help him get the couple to reconcile. Later in the movie, when Aladdin, Iago, and the Sultan go on an outing without him, the genie and Abu have a picnic for themselves, but are confronted by Jafar. Despite a brave fight against him, the genie is outmatched, and both he and Abu are imprisoned. Eventually, they are joined by the Sultan, Princess Jasmine, and the carpet, who were all captured by Jafar. After being freed from imprisonment by a morally confused Iago, Genie saves Aladdin from being executed by the palace guards, which Jafar had orchestrated by falsely framing Aladdin for murdering the Sultan. After the heroes regroup, the genie reveals that destroying Jafar's lamp is the only way they can destroy him. Their plan to discreetly take the lamp does not go unnoticed, and they are drawn into combat. Genie assists the heroes several times during this battle, by catching a falling Aladdin and by shape-shifting into him in an attempt to distract Jafar, while Aladdin grabs his lamp. However, this too fails, as Jafar is able to prevent Aladdin from seizing the lamp and uses his powers to split the land open over a sea of magma. After the reformed Iago is shot down trying to hand over the lamp to Aladdin, the parrot bravely kicks the lamp into the lava and thus destroys Jafar once and for all. The genie saves Jasmine from a dangerous situation as the ground is closing back up by stretching himself so they can get out in time. When he finds out that Iago survived the battle, he celebrates by turning into a firework. Aladdin, the series, 1994. The genie has a major supporting role in the television series, although his contributions are sometimes limited. As the show is directly after the sequel, the once omnipotent genie is now reduced to semi-phenomenal, nearly cosmic powers, which renders him incapable of undoing some of the spells he is confronted with and lacks some degree of his old intellect. A particular example of this is the episode Love at First Sprite, in which a group of sprites lift the palace into the air and then drop it back to the ground. Genie explicitly references how he lifted the palace in the past, but is unable to repeat the feat on this occasion, requiring Carpet to trick the sprites into lowering the palace to safety. However, Genie is still an indispensable member of Aladdin's team. There were many occasions in the TV series where the genie's magic was crucial for the heroes to win, and the situation would have been hopeless without him. Quack Pack, 1996. Genie makes a brief cameo appearance in the episode Ducks by Nature, on the television set that Huey, Dewey, and Louie are watching. Aladdin and the King of Thieves, 1996. The genie, unlike in the first and second movies, does not have an active role in the main plot, resulting in less screen time. Nevertheless, he still acts as Aladdin's best friend and a moral supporter. He also appears to be just as powerful as he was in the first movie, as he has no problem with anything he tries, something that implies that his reduction of power was merely temporary. 101 Dalmatians, the series, 1997. In the episode, Home is Where the Bark Is, Genie's silhouette can be seen, as well as Aladdin's, as one of the passengers of a subway train the Dalmatians ride on. Great Minds Think for Themselves, 1997. The genie, Williams' return to the role, appears in the educational spot series in ABC's One Saturday Morning programming block, where he tells the stories of various historical figures who defied the assumptions and prejudices of their times to produce great achievements. Hercules, the series, 1999. Genie makes a cameo appearance in the episode Hercules and the Arabian Night, in which he punches pain and panic back to the underworld when they are tricked into looking into the lamp by Aladdin. Fantasia 2000, 1999. A plush of Genie can be seen on Eric Goldberg's drawing desk during the introduction to the Carnival of the Animals. Mickey's Magical Christmas, Snowed In at the House of Mouse 2001. The genie appears among the characters, surprised to not be able to leave the club because of the snow blizzard. Later, he is seen setting along with Abu and Jafar while they enjoy the Christmas celebration. Also, he appears as one of the characters who sings the musical The Best Christmas of All. House of Mouse 2001. Genie appears as one of the guests, yelling "No!" after Goofy offered more stew in the episode Goofy's Menu Magic. In the episode Ask Von Drake, Genie was seen poofing out of his lamp during the head count of all of the guests. Mickey's House of Villains, 2002. The genie appears as one of the characters that are locked up by the card soldiers in the club's kitchen. The Lion King 1.5, 2004. The genie can be seen at the end of this animated movie, among the Disney characters who meet to see the movie again. The Simpsons, 2008. The genie, voiced by Dan Castellaneta, appears in the episode My Pods and Boomsticks, during a dream of Homer, where he uses his magic to transform Springfield into an Islamic republic. Aladdin on Broadway, 2014. Genie plays a notable role in the Broadway stage adaptation of the 1992 movie, portrayed by James Monroe Iglehart. In this version, Genie replaces the peddler at the beginning of the story, singing Arabian Nights. Since the show's debut, Iglehart's portrayal of Genie has received critical acclaim from audiences and critics, including winning a Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Musical. As told by Emoji, 2015. Genie appears as an emoticon version in the Aladdin entry of the short series, where his lamp prison was stylized as a smartwatch. Once Upon a Time, 2016. The Aladdin's genie doesn't appear out of respect to Robin Williams, who voiced the genie in the Disney movie, but he is mentioned in the 6th season in the episode I'll Be Your Mirror. When Aladdin steals a genie's lamp from Mr. Gold's pawn shop, Jasmine asks whether the genie is inside, to which Aladdin replies that he is free and has moved on. Ralph Breaks the Internet, 2018. A stylized artwork of Genie's hand can be seen on Jasmine's tank top. Aladdin, 2019. In the live-action adaptation of Aladdin, the genie is portrayed by Will Smith, with his appearance alternating between his classic blue skin and a human form as a disguise to blend in. This version of Genie has a more relaxed and sarcastic personality. The start of the movie features a plot twist featuring a human genie telling Aladdin's story to his and Dahlia's children, a reference to a deleted concept from the original movie in which the peddler, from the start, would reveal himself as the genie. In the remake, wishes must be made with more specific words, or else the genie could give something different from what was intended, something Aladdin later uses to trick Jafar into becoming a genie. Additionally, in this version, the genie states clearly that his power comes from the lamp as well as himself, with the result that he becomes human when freed from the lamp. Genie is also portrayed as forming a romance with Jasmine's handmaiden, Dahlia, to the point that he asks her to join him in traveling the world after he is freed from the lamp. Robot Chicken, 2021. The genie, voiced by Isaiah Mustafa, appears in the episode May Cause Immaculate Conception, where one of the bell ringers that he made appear during the Agrabah parade asks him for food for the animals that were part of the parade. Once Upon a Studio, 2023. Genie appears in the short movie, utilizing previously unused recordings of Robin Williams for his dialogue. In one scene in the short, the genie, as drawn on a sheet of paper by Olaf, emerges from the drawing, the shockwave of which causes Olaf to come apart. Genie uses his magic to reassemble the upbeat snowman. He later appears in the group photo at the end.